Hi guys, welcome back to Path of Enlightenment Tarot. I am Nicole, and for those of you who don't know me, and if you're returning, welcome back. This video is going to be for Taurus for the month of September. We're going to dive in to your reading here in a second. Guys, remember that not every reading is for you, so take what resonates, leave what does not. There may be portions of it that are for you, and there may be some that are not at all. So then on that note, this is going to be for your sun, your moon, your rising, and Venus. So again, take what resonates, leave the rest behind. I'm going to be using a couple different decks that I usually do. So we'll see how this goes with these. I'm doing this a little differently. Let's see. I am available for personal readings. All that information can be found in the About section of the channel, as well as in the description box below. And if you guys have not subscribed to the channel yet, please do so. You're going to get notifications every time a new video is uploaded. So, all right, Taurus, let's see what's going on in September for you. Let's see. Hope you guys have had a good week so far. I hope August treated you well. All right. Let's see. I'm getting a couple different things. I don't want to speak on it too soon. So let's see. For Taurus Spirit, what does Taurus need to know for the month of September? Taurus for the month of September, please, Spirit. Make sure you guys are putting your energy into the right places. Oh, Lord. So we've got cycles, lust, and understanding. To me, I'm going to be straight with you guys. This, to me, reminds me of toxic patterns, codependency patterns, you know, and you may be coming, you know, if you're having, I'm going to call it sex without love. Ask yourself what the hell's going on and why. Ask yourself, you know, why you keep finding yourselves in these situations, because I feel like you understand, like you're fully aware of the toxic patterns that present themselves to you in your life, or you may be meeting up with people that are very telling of these types of situations in your life, but you're allowing it to occur. I almost feel like some of you are being haunted by the fact that these are the patterns and the cycles. And for some of you, you're not understanding how, sorry guys, battery thing, how you get into these things, why they continue to happen. You're really being asked to close these types of situations out, like put an end to it for good. Some of you may have a desire of somebody. You may be having a hard time getting somebody off of your mind as well. You know, it's like, can we close this chapter and start anew? But there's a very big emphasis on coming to a very serious realization of this repetitive energy, because I got a 10 and a 10, right? Like, you go through these cycles, you do them again. You go through these cycles, you do them again. At what point do you stop? At what point? You see the cycles right there. You've got lust, understanding, and then underneath that we have the reminder. Don't forget. Like, it's like almost every so many years, you're going through this cycle again and again and again. And it's a constant reminder from the universe for you that it's time to end these toxic situations. It's time to end the toxic behavior. Again, place this where it resonates for you. This could be you. The energies could be reversed. You never really know. You know your story better than I do. But it's like there's a very heavy need to come out of that fog. There's a very heavy need to understand why you're doing the things you do. And this 6 to me is almost like you may be desiring to have somebody come back around. You may be desiring to feel a connection again, but the question is that connection healthy? Is it healthy for you? Because I feel like if it was done differently, then perhaps it could be. But also, it's remembering how you ended up here to begin with. There's light and dark to it. You have to be willing to step into the lighter energy. You have to be willing to heal find, and for some of you, this may be very much twin flame, karmic connection, risk behind it, like you took a risk, but you forgot certain aspects along the way. And I feel like you do understand, I feel like you do know, but it's always a matter of your free will choices as what you're going to do with that moving forward. So let's dive into your cards and see what's happening. There's a lot of powerful, very, very powerful energy coming into play here. You may have been dealing with somebody who was very nurturing, very caring, very loving. They may have, left you out in the cold. They may have walked away. Maybe what felt grounded at one point is no longer grounded. Speaking of toxic energies, you guys, a fixed earth sign, you've got the beast. I use a psych deck most often when I read for people. You might even find yourself right now in a space where your financial well-being, got the beast and money, underneath it some blocking energy, where your stability, this is very much about your stability of what you've reaped, you're going to sow. Did you handle things well? Were you or somebody else around you being greedy? As to, again, another 10, a lot of endings, guys. I feel like I just kind of want to scream at you and go, listen, you've got the opportunity to stop a cycle, because they're closing out. They are closing out little by little. Again, that 6 kind of, to me, it's like kind of coming back around to toxic energies. What are you doing with yourself right now, right? Invest your energy in somewhere where it's healing. You may be getting some information when it comes to money, something like that as well. If you've signed a contract, you might have an order. Don't get yourself caught up in things that are not serving of you. Oh golly, let's see. The Tower again, you guys. Lord, 6s, 7s, and 10s. A lot of anxiety attached to the home space. And I feel like maybe for August this was something similar. I can't remember precisely. But there is a very strong need, like you've been propping up foundations for so long on spaces that don't serve you anymore. Allow this new beginning to occur in a healthier way. Make sure that what you're ingesting into your body is healthy. Again, talk some toxicity to that. What are you giving to yourself, or you're nurturing yourself? Because I don't feel like you are right now. 6, 6 again. So you got 3 6s on the board. You've got 1, 2, 3 10s on the board. It's like you're repeating a cycle again that does not need to happen. And it's like not knowing how to get out of that energy. Like I feel like you're trying to be mindful. Again, there's that understanding, that awakening, that realization that you're going to have to do things differently. Taking a risk, that risk, we got the Fool here, that risk card sitting underneath the back of the differences is there as well. Like I don't feel like you're really giving much attention to house and home right now either at this time. It's like it may be an uncomfortable space to be in at this time for you. The emotional cup is empty. Guys, I apologize for the noise in the background. The emotional cup is empty, and it's like trying to find a balance in that. You may be reading, researching, trying to make heads and tails of a given situation right now. Loud noises. I'm so sorry. Like I feel like through this, like you're realizing that something, again, another ending is absolutely coming to an end. And there's a need to transform these false foundations. Like whatever you guys have been through in the past, it's like you're being given a clean slate to start anew. Like the universe is kind of coming in and going, are you going to do this differently? How are you going to do this differently? We always have the opportunity to start anew. Yesterday does not define who we are ever. It's part of our past, and we move forward from that past and we move into a space where we get to do things differently. We always get to make better choices today than we did yesterday. And you really need to address that. Like, are you going to let the past go, bury that shit, go, this is not where I want to be, this is not the cycles I want to be in, I don't want to do this codependency, I don't want to do this toxicity, I want to begin anew. And you get to begin anew. You can begin anew. You know, there's not a single person in this world that doesn't have the opportunity to change their path. It's always the conscious choice. And I feel like you guys keep cutting yourselves off. You keep shutting yourselves down, or people around you. You may be dealing with somebody that's like this, that has the same toxic patterns, and yet you sit in this and you understand it, you know it, but you're not changing it. You're not shifting it. You're not refusing, you know, you're refusing to step outside of that into something that's healthier for you. There's a very big need to change this. And it's like, for you though, I feel like you're very much in the headspace of strategizing, or it's like a chess game. It's kind of like head games too. Strategizing who's going to make the next move. How's it going to happen? What am I going to do? And you don't know. It's like almost like you don't see clearly. You don't see how forward movement is going to change things for you if you allow this to occur. And just because you don't see what's coming doesn't mean you don't. It's like, if you know something's coming and maybe a consequence to a situation from the past is coming, and so you're just like, well, instead of making a personal change today, I'm just going to keep doing what I've always done until I see if it's worth changing for later on. Don't sit in a space of waiting. Just make the changes that you need to now. Whether or not, like, you know, we make decisions, and sometimes 20 years later they come up and catch us and grab us by the ass, and we have to pay the consequences for the actions or the things that we've said or done, or, you know, maybe we're dealing with the actions of somebody 20 years later that has had an imprint on our soul. So then at that point, you know, we have to address that because it's come back around, right? So if that's the case, just because you made a mistake 10 years ago does not mean that you sit in this energy because you don't know what's coming next. You start to elevate your soul's path. You start to make better choices. You make better decisions. You're getting out of that headspace, whether or not you can see what's on the other side. Because if nothing else, it's going to clean up the karma moving forward for you, right? It's less shit to have to address later. It's almost like a state of procrastination where I'm just going to keep putting off making better choices because I don't know what else is coming. So I'll just live in fear, sit in the bullshit, and never change. Because that's a scary place to be. I don't know what's to come as a result of that. So, you know, like I just said, like, I don't know if you can see this card, the cave. She's protecting herself. This is the only way she knows how to protect herself, is to just hunker down, bury her head in whatever it is, in the state of depression. But this is illuminating something for you. These cycles, these patterns, something is significantly being illuminated to show you that this is not the way that it needs to be. Like, I feel like you're so far down and out in some way, or you're dealing with somebody who's so far down and out that it's like, it almost feels like a state of death. And that's a horrible, it gives me the heebie-jeebies, really. But it's like so close to death, so close, whether to the soul just feels like it's dying, the body feels like it's dying. It's a state of depression. It's being worn out. It's being in that mental space. Like, how do I bring this to a close? How do I bring this to a close? It's time to change, guys. It's time to change. Like, I feel like if you can get through September and embrace these changes, there's something far better ahead for you. Far better ahead. Let me see here. Spirit. Whew. Throwing the whole damn deck out. I don't know what that noise was that I just made. I'm like, whew. I'm hearing If I Could Change Your Mind. What was that? There's a song. I usually don't get songs. Shit, what was it called? And it says, she says something in it about if I could change your mind. If I could change your mind. I'm going to have to look that one up. Google it, something. If I could change your mind. I'm not sure what that means for you guys, but oh gosh, it's like on the tip of my tongue and I can't freaking remember. If I could change your mind. All right, let's see. You are really, truly being asked to elevate, to change the way you've done things. And I feel like you also feel like this change is tied to somebody else. We're going from a 3 to a 2. This may also be energies that are reflecting each other, right? So it's like you got 12 and 21. They mirror was the word I was looking for. They're mirroring each other. 4, foundations, right? Building those foundations. Again, you're going to reap what you've sown, right? Now is the time that you're going to have to deal with whatever has come to be able to move forward. It may have created, you may have had some third-party energy around it. To me, with this destruction card, that other person, and the skills card, and then that libido, which is and the liar coming out of the union, you may have been in self-sabotaging tendencies. You may have destroyed a space that felt good for you. Someone else around you may be the one who's done this as well. But it was like things were changing significantly. But this was third-party energy. Like, what can I get away with? You got the liar and the libido with the skills. What can I get away with? What can I do? How can I be sneaky? Sitting back and watching. You may be watching somebody may be keeping an eye on you. It may be tearing down an inner knowing. This also reminds me of childhood. So, ask yourselves when it comes to the masculine energy in your life. There may be parts of you that are unhealed as a result of those people in your life, right? So you've very much learned a pattern of behavior from a masculine in your life that may, this may be speaking to cycles that they've gone through, and now you're finding yourself in a space where you're repeating very much a lot of the same cycles that you've seen. That's what we've been conditioned to. That's all we knew, how to handle things and cope with things. So in that, you may be doing the same thing. So you got to ask yourself again, is this healthy behavior? Are these healthy situations? Is the person that I'm with, do they act like a parent? Do they act like somebody that they're related to? And how is it affecting your life? Okay, let's get some, let's see. What was the outcome for Taurus? I'm hearing you decide from Spirit. For God's sakes, open your heart space. Yes, I'm hearing somebody is thinking about you. Somebody somebody may be admiring you from a distance, somehow in some capacity, or you may be admiring somebody else. For Taurus, please, in September. 31 and 3, blossoming abundance, door to value. I'm telling you guys, you've got luck on your side if you're willing to make the changes. The universe is fully supporting you, and you know this. You absolutely know, like, that on the other side of all of this chaos, this storm energy, is something that is going to be beautiful if you will just allow yourself to get into that space, right? 10. The 10th of September might be a marker for you. The 31st and the 13th might also be a marker for you as well. Yeah, and we had that 3, even the 3rd. You got 333 here also. So, let's see if they can turn this around. You guys keep going back. Like, you see it, you know it. It's like, and there's like that split on that. The way these cards are coming out, we've got attachment and indecision. Like, you don't know what way to go. You don't know how to let go. There's a part of you that it's like a battle within between opening up to spirit and then sitting in the space of ego, right? Like, I'm aware of what is out there in the world and what can be really serving of me, but then I also want to be that stable, grounded man. But you're getting older, and you might be 43, you might be 34. Your 30s are a very significant marker as well for me, for you guys. Like, in your 30s, you may have learned these lessons, tried to learn these lessons, we're experiencing these lessons along the way. You usually don't get stuff like that, but your 30s, like, how many times in your 30s did you repeat certain cycles? Are you giving those cycles to your children as well? Asking yourself those things. This is maybe a family dynamic. I'm getting, like, there's a lot of male energy and masculine. I hate to label it female or male energy, but it's like a lot of masculine energy. What did you learn from, what did your father learn from your grandfather? What did you learn from your father? What are your male children? If you have male children, what are they learning from you? Because it seems like it's a very prominent male energy, trying to be stable and grounded and just, addressing the toxic patterns. And, if you're a female, again, I'm not trying to place gender on this so much, but if you are a female, look at the males in your life. Are you repeating patterns that maybe, if your father was inconsistent at best, are you picking up those kind of people and bringing them into your life as well? You're really being asked to address the ancestral type stuff. You may be dealing, I'm pulling the Gilded Tarot to do a little bit of clarification. I got Scorpio and Sagittarius on the bottom of the deck right off the bat. So you may be dealing with a Scorpio, you may be dealing with a Sagittarius. But you're being asked to address those cycles, those repeating patterns that may be toxic moving forward in your life. Let's clarify indecision, please, Spirit. It's clear. Yeah, it's like, and at the bottom of this, I'm just realizing too, you've got the 8, our infinite journey, right? So it's like, are we going to keep looping back around to the same things? Because that's really where I feel like you're stuck. If you guys could get past that, life would be so damn beautiful. Again, Scorpio and Sagittarius energy, 5 of Pentacles, trying to release the Magician, maybe giving up on, deciding what is it that you're giving up on. I feel like there's just this, like, I'm just done. I'm just tired. I'm just worn. Trying to release all of these things, or trying to release myself from this. Again, Sagittarius energy. King of Wands in reverse as well, and 10 of Wands. Yeah, this is hard. This is hard. How do I do this? I don't know how to do this. How do I get past where I've been? How do I forgive myself from the actions that I've taken? Or how do I even begin to forgive another for the actions that they have taken against me? You just don't know what to do. So the flip side to that decision, with this indecision of the 2 paths that are being shown in this reading for you, the other side of that, they pick the other path. They pick the other path. New beginnings. Got the Ace of Wands. I'm hearing apologize. Somebody around you is taking the time to heal. 5 of Cups. So you're going to have some regrets. You're going to have some sorrow attached to this. But you also have, and the Emperor, right? So Aries energy. 4 of Swords underneath the Tower, the 10 of Wands. Oh, and then High Priest, that is Aries. So, in that 5 of Cups, Ace of Wands, the Emperor, you may have regrets of the past. You may have wished you'd done things differently. And I feel, and as I was shuffling the cards, I heard ask for forgiveness. Ask for forgiveness. So if this is you, where maybe you have done something that wasn't up to par, don't be afraid to ask for forgiveness. I just seen something the other day, and this reminds me of it, where, when you're able to put your ego aside enough to accept that you've made a mistake, that's an amazing thing. Like, people can respect the fact that you're willing to take accountability for things that you've done wrong, right? We all have to get there. But then there's also, if you're dealing with somebody who they keep bringing these cycles into your life, or you keep riding the same cycle with a partner, or even a like, again, this could be family matters as well. Just forgive, and I hate to go just forgive them, but they may be asking you for forgiveness. They may be, you know, seeking that forgiveness from you to start anew. As long as they're sincere, be discerning if they're sincere or not. But if there's sincerity behind it, you know, there's where you express your boundaries with this person, and you move forward from there. You know, if they're able to put their ego aside and admit a guilt or a fault and say, yeah, look, I could have done things differently. And this may be a way to open up lines of communication. Underneath this, I've got the 10 of Wands, the Tower, and 4 of Swords. I am not, like, I always will shoot straight with you, but I'm also going to be cautious of the words I say to you, simply because our words are so extremely powerful and can manifest. But I will say this. For some of you, this is certainly not for all of you. This is going to be for a few select of you. God, I hate this. Make sure you're taking care of your health. If you're feeling so worn down, get to a doctor. If you are feeling like this is the end of the road, if you're dealing with some form of depression, get the professional help that you need. Because when we let things go for so long, this could be an array of things, whether it's our health, whether it's our behaviors, what we're taking into the body. You know, it may be causing sleepless nights. You may be reminiscing over past connections and situations. Make sure, just for God's sakes, make sure you are taking care of yourself at the end of the day, because this energy, like I'm hearing hospitalization is what I'm hearing from Spirit. Hospitalization. Don't push yourself beyond your body's physical capabilities. Please be careful. Please take care of yourselves. If you're not feeling right, get to a doctor. If you are struggling with something, get the professional help that you need. But don't. I see these choices, right? There's a need to ask for forgiveness and putting the ego aside. And I'm telling you that if you can do that, what comes from that is a beautiful abundance, where you start to change your karma. You start to heal things from the past. But then there's also this very significant attachment to how easy it is to just sit in energy that we've always done before because it's comfortable. Even if it hurts, it's comfortable. This attachment, I'm clarifying the attachment. We got the World card. I'm telling you, it's time to end that cycle. Again, there's a closing of cycles there with the World card. Page of Pentacles, 10 of Pentacles, 8 of Swords. How do I get there? You're restricting yourself through this attachment. Allow this cycle to close out so that you guys can step into something new and beautiful, where it's full of abundance. Like, it's waiting, like it's right there. It's asking you to step into that in September. So in September, you may find yourself really having to do a lot of healing work that's going to get you to that place of abundance, that's going to get you to that place of vitality. Very strongly hearing vitality. And even if you're dealing with consequences of the past, forgive yourself. For if someone else around you is dealing with the consequences of their actions, be forgiving. It doesn't mean that you have to take that back on moving forward. It doesn't mean that that person's got to be in your space. But to offer forgiveness, I'm going to encourage you all to look up Ho'oponopono. It's a Hawaiian prayer if you're not familiar with it. Forgiveness, when we forgive other people, we are also forgiving ourselves, and we're freeing ourselves from so many things. Give me 1 second, guys. We're freeing ourselves from so many things. We're freeing them and we're freeing ourselves. We're no longer a prisoner to the past. Allow that to happen for you. You guys have very significant choices to make in the month of September. But have faith in yourself to step outside of these situations that haven't served you. So let me get you guys a couple cards of advice, and then we're going to close this reading out. I just want to go make good choices. Make good choices. Like, You're teetering. Karma wants to clear up for you. Karma wants to, you know, the universe wants to move you forward, deal with your karma of where you've been, and just let life, just let the flow occur. Stop fighting it. Pandora's gift, releasing allegiances, another 10. You know, I think that you're really afraid. And heaven sent, 33. I told you earlier, 3s, 33 again. Inner trust. You've got to put some faith into yourself. You know, the universe is giving you these gifts, right? They keep handing those gifts to you, going, what are you going to do with this? Take off the mask, take off the false perception. Allow love to flow from the heart to the mind. I just want to go, like, you know damn well what this is for, what this is about, how it fits into your life. Be loyal to yourself in a healthy way. And I feel like you're, you know, Pandora's box, like I think you're afraid if you open up that chest of the things that need to be healed, that you're going to go down the rabbit hole. So what if you do? So what if you feel you will get through it? Releasing allegiances, releasing the things that are holding you down, releasing the things that are weighing you down, releasing the things that maybe feel pesky and sticky, because there's more to you. There's more to, look at this card. Like, learn to love yourself, hold yourself on high, bare your soul, just bare your soul. And heaven sent. There's been a lot of things in your life that have come to you, and you know that they were to be clearing for you, eye-opening for you. They were divine intervention is what I'm hearing. Divine intervention for your behalf. And you knew this. You know that. Just relax. It says, relax the hold of darkness and be at cause, in the world and not of the world. Some of you may have people that are coming across to you from the spirit world that may have passed over. You may be seeing signs and synchronicities and symbols of those people. They're coming to your aid. They're coming to your rescue. Allow them. Listen to them. Pay attention to them. They're coming to you for a reason. They want to guide you on a higher soul level, but you have to be willing to open that up. And forgiveness. Choices and forgiveness, guys. Seriously. The universe wants to help clear out the past so you can start anew, and allow September to be the month where you start anew. So, whew, gosh, powerful reading. You know, free will is always a play for you. You get to decide what you're going to do with that. So do something good. Do something that's going to elevate you. So, guys, if this resonated for you, please hit that like button. That helps circulate the page. It's greatly appreciated. If you've not yet subscribed to the channel, please do so. We appreciate all of the support. Let's see. Again, I'm available for personal readings on a limited basis. I'm wishing you guys a fantastic September. I hope that you guys do exactly what your soul is calling you to do and what you know you need to do. And I guess that's it. Wow, that was a heavy one for me. Probably heavy for you guys as well. So I'm wishing you all the love and light in the world. Take care of yourself, and I will see you on the next one. Bye-bye.